Ella no la va a hacer. Tapi ulo mamá no sé qué cuido lugar. Sisi dia ulo. Ulo tahu aman Allah Rabbuna ya Allah. Allah asibuna ya Allah. Juga dibatasi mulai 3 years atau 2 years. Jadi kalau saya nanti kalau itu terjadi orang orang ini lagi Lailatul Qadr uru kada uru tí wọ́n ń tún yẹn èsì wà dáa uru tí wọ́n ti yẹn ọlọ́wọ́ wọ́n ta wọlé agbára ìsọfúnlá Quran tó gbogbo àwọn tó bá ti ń yọ látàrí tí o bá dá lọ kádà ara wọn òun yìí náà lọ yẹn tó ẹ̀ fún wọn gbogbo ìbéèrè kọ̀ọ̀kan wa ọlọ́mọdé àfihàn wa lọ́wọ́ èyí tàfẹ́ ọlọ́mọdé sàdéhù fún wa gbogbo tẹ́lẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan wa tá a dì lọ́kàn tó mú wa lẹ́nu títí tá a fún wa ń bí lónìí ọlọ́run wọ̀. ọlọ́run wọlé àdúrà yìí Lailatul Qadr tó fi sọ òru kádàrá kálẹ̀. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatin ìwọ ọmọ tó fi òru náà máa níbo wa Muhammad àfihàn gbogbo ìbéèrè nìkan wa ọlọ́mọdé àbílẹ̀ wa lọ́wọ́. Gbogbo kùdìẹ̀kùdìẹ̀ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wa wọlé abóyún náà ti lágbára tó lágbára jẹ́ pẹ̀lú oṣù lọ ọlọ́run mọ́tà bí abùkátà ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wa sọ̀rọ̀. Ìkẹ́sù wà rú sí ọlọ́run láwọn ẹ̀mí àyè gbogbo ìṣe ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wa lọ́pẹ̀ lóbìnrin lọ́mọdé lágbára ọlọ́run tàbí àìsàn.
يا الله الله ربنا يا الله الله أدونا يا الله ونادينا من هذه يا الله وكل عبد سلم يا الله الله ربنا يا الله الله أدونا يا الله دائما يا الله سلم سلام للنبي يا الله الله ربنا يا الله الله أدبنا يا الله من يأتي تعالى كانوا من توم بسارة دوار داني أو يقولون لا بيجي Gbólóhùn tẹ́ mọ̀ wá mọ́ tẹ́ fi ṣe sàárà àdúrà yín kalẹ̀ lálẹ́ yìí. Kálukó wí. dára láwà. Ọlọ́run bá mi tún yàn dáadáa. Onílẹ̀ Lailatul Qadr láwà yìí. Ọlọ́run bá mi tún yàn dáadáa. Ètò ìṣúná wá fowó rẹ lẹ́nu. Ọlọ́run bá mi tún yàn dáadáa. Wọ́n á sọ fọ́lọ́. Ọlọ́run tún yàn dáadáa.
At this juncture, let me invite our teacher, a professor from the Premier University, University of Ibadan, a professor of Arabic language, and a consummate speaker, an intellectual par excellence, our brother, our friend, Professor Abdulaziz Oladosu, who will be speaking to us in the next 40 minutes on parenting in Islam. فليتفضل مشكورا.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي بنعمته تتم الصالحات. الحمد لله الذي جعل لكل شيء قدرا ولكل قدر أجلا ولكل أجل كتاب. أحمده وأشكره وأقرر أنه لا إله إلا هو، وأثبت أنه هو الأول وليس قبله شيء، وهو الآخر وليس بعده شيء، لا يسأل متى كان ليلوك عليكم الزمان، ولا يسأل أين كان ليلوك عليكم مكان. ثم أصلي وأسلم على سيد عجل وعرض محمد بن عبد الله محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وعلى إخوانه في المستقيم الكرام. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for gathered us together in this blessed camp at this blessed hour, under this blessed canopy, in the company of this blessed faces, men and women, young and old, alive and abandoned. When I entered this place for the first time a couple of hours ago, it was the first time I would enter NASFAT home paradise, quote unquote. As I was entering this camp, I became in faceless faith in the company of thousands of worshippers of Allah who are looking for something that others are also looking for. When we got here about 4 hours ago, and I saw the crowd on the road, I was telling the brother who drove me from Ibadan, what exactly are we looking for? When I look at the faces of my sisters, elderly women, my mother, when I look at the faces of my brothers who are gathered here, you remember Allah in the Quran says, "Father, al-Istihad wal-Basmala, إذا سألك عباد coming of other elders to deliver the presence as well." And as the king in Lagos was apologizing for something that was beyond him, he was apologizing that you are seated on this place. The same way you apologize when rain fell in Lagos. Because he knew that لَنَسْأَلَنَّ الَّذِينَ أُرْسِلَ إِلَيْهِمْ وَلَنَسْأَلَنَّ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. He knew that Allah is going to call him to account on the day of the resurrection. When I go back to the entrance of this camp, I need about a couple of hours ago, this camp, while this man was made up. I remember that somebody was taking account of every step we were taking. And I remember Surah Niyat. You remember Surah Niyat? And that name of that day, name of his resurrection. اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتسأل أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون. That people who are now accept the prayer and the lessons that we give on you. Position number 1. Position number 2. People that pray for God from that or that. That division is better. But you know the way you work yesterday when you come and I pray for that thing or that guy was there. I pray for that thing but that thing I pray for that thing I was wrong. So I pray for that thing I pray. If you all try and take it like that, ẹ kàn bí láàrin ara yín fún àlùjáyà tó jáde sí bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó kú sánmà àtìlẹ̀. Then the companion pray to Allah, so Ali Katuba Waja. If the paradise is at wine and the heavens and the earth, where will hellfire be? You say Allah said paradise is as wide as the heavens and the earth. If it's as wide as the heavens and the earth, where will hellfire be? Then Allah tells them, bring a candle. Then a candle was up. Then he said, lift that candle. The candle was lit. Then after a short while, Ali said, put off the light. And the candle was off. Oh, put up. Then Ali asked them, where is the light now? Then they said, we can't see the light anymore. Maybe it has gone back to its source. Allah will move the samawat wal ard. But Ali told them, on the day of resurrection, those who will enter paradise, the enjoyment they will derive there will be so much such that they will say hellfire cannot exist anymore. And those who will enter hellfire, the punishment they will receive will make them conclude that the paradise cannot exist anymore. So when you enter this camp a couple of hours ago, you are here to sing, to glorify Allah, to worship Allah. Some people are there to commit infractions against Almighty Allah. But it's as if they do not exist, because they are lost in the glorification of Allah on this ground. Then I'm happy. Then I remember that Aristotle he says, هناك جنة في الدنيا من لم يدخلها لا يدخل الجنة في الآخرة. There is a paradise on earth. In order for you to enter the paradise in the hereafter, you have to enter that paradise of the earth first of all. Then he was asked, what is the paradise on the earth? He said the paradise on the earth is in your heart. If you open your heart and you find Allah there, that is your paradise. If you change your heart and Allah is not there, then you can't say you are going to enter paradise on the day of resurrection. So as we come here every time to pray to Allah, to request things from Him, just as we have been told by myself who have just left here, ask yourself, where is Allah with you? I used to tell my wife at home, and I always like to say, I say when I'm in the room, and all of a sudden there is a knock on the door. Oh. Then I say, Talo Adinta, Talon Kalekun. And the person says, it's me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Will you be able to say, Allah, come in, open the door, you are free, please come inside. In other words, if you are supplicating to Allah, you are calling Allah, you are Rahman. And all of a sudden, you didn't happen that Allah says, I'm coming to visit you. You now tell Allah, not now, I'm not ready. That means your supplication too will not be ready. In other words, in order for our supplication to be accepted instanta, we must be ready to answer Allah's call instanta. In order for Allah to answer us all of the time, in order for that supplication to put forward for Allah to be accepted, you also have to answer Allah's call every time. When you hear your Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, don't say I'm going to pray for that after a short while. Don't defer answering Allah's call for another time, in order that Allah will not defer answering your own prayer. I thought this is very important, so that nobody will not say I came to NASFAT last year and my prayer has not been accepted. These are conditions that guide acceptance of prayer, such that as Muslims will not be coming to NASFAT this year only for you to go somewhere else next year, but you have to be glad. May such a tribulation never happen to you and me. Brothers and sisters, pray in Islam. very short time. As a teacher, as a scholar, as a researcher, we usually ask ourselves questions each time we are confronted with questions. Parenting in Islam, I asked myself, who was the first parent in Islam? The first parent in Islam is Prophet Adam alayhi salam and his wife Hawa. How did they become parents? Hawa and Prophet Adam alayhi salam. Prophet Adam was created by Allah, and Hawa was created from the soul. You remember Surah Nisa, chapter of women. Allah says, وَخَلَقَ مِنْهَا زَوْجَهَا. Allah created Hawa from her, from the soul. Allah didn't say, وَخَلَقَ مِنْهُ زَوْجَهَا. Allah says, we created another soul for that woman from the first soul that we created. The divine will. Allah says, not why. Allah made the two to come together. For after Allah minha, then they ate that fruit. What fruit was it? Allah didn't tell us. But the fruit from the tree. You remember that what happened? They became parents by force, not by choice. All of us who are seated, those of us who are married here, we got married by choice. Most of the time, not by force. We get married by choice, legally speaking, not by force. A marriage that is constructed by force is invalid. But that's not the law, that's not the destination I'm heading to. Where I'm heading to is that when they ate that fruit, Allah asked them to come down from paradise. And remember, all of us who are seated there, we have also entered our own paradise years ago. What am I saying? When I was in my mother's womb, that was my paradise. I needed orange came to me without any problem. I needed food, every food I desired was given to me. I needed rice and beans. In that paradise, inside my mother's womb, I found them easy all the time. All of us have gone through that. Now Hawa conceived. Her tummy began to protrude. Then Satan went to her. After the reader man technique, do you know what is inside your tummy? Hawa said, how will I know? And how could she know? There was no way she would have known. Then Iblis told her, at the dream, thou kind of man don't you imagine that what is inside your tummy can be a dog? How about him or an animal that would destroy you? Then when Prophet Adam came, Hawa was said to have told him what Satan told her. And the first assignment of parenting in Islam is here for you and I. In that verse of the Quran, Allah says, فَلَمَّا تَغَشَّاهَا حَمَلَتْ حَمْلًا خَفِيفًا فَمَرَّتْ بِهِ فَلَمَّا أَثْقَلَتْ دَعَوَا اللَّهَ رَبَّهُمَا لَئِنْ آتَيْتَنَا صَالِحًا لَنَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الشَّاكِرِينَ. The first assignment of parenthood, which has lost from some of us here, from most Muslims, we marry our wives, we go to them in a hurry, no prayer. When they get to hospital to put to bed, they will be shouting, Olori group has gone away, Olori group has gone away, Inu mi o, Orinko mi o. We were told that mother of Ali, the day she wanted to put to bed, as she suffered pain on the right side of her tummy, she was saying, Ya Allah. When the pain moved to the left, she was saying, Ya Rahman. The pain moved to the back, she was saying, Ya Aziz. The pain moved to the front, she was saying, Ya Rahman. For a woman, in that critical condition, it is when the pain becomes so painful that the acceptance of prayer becomes so urgent. When you are in that dire condition, you remember Quran chapter 2, verse 1 and 14. Allah says, فَعَلَى الْإِنْعَاجِ وَالْبَسْمَلَةِ أَمْ حَسِبْتُمْ أَنْ تَدْخُلُوا الْجَنَّةَ وَلَمَّا يَأْتِكُمْ مَثَلُ الَّذِينَ خَلَوْا مِنْ قَبْلِكُم. Read that back. The point I'm making is this. The first assignment Prophet Adam taught us as parents in Islam is that the day our wife conceive, the day she tells you, I have lost my period. In fact, you should have started prayer before she said that. Our fathers usually tell us, when you want to go to your wife, don't go to your wife like a rapist. Prophet Muhammad will tell us, when you want to go to your wife, perform ablution. When you are getting nearer to her, give her a kiss. When you are getting nearer to her, give her a hug. When you are getting nearer to her, mobilize her, stimulate her, vivificate her, put her in the mood. When you are getting closer to her, open your palms to Allah. Tell Allah, Ya Rabbi, jannibna shaytan ma razaqtana. Jannibna shaytan wa jannib shaytan ma razaqtana. When you are getting close to her, open your palms to Allah. Oh Allah, drive shaytan away from me and my wife, and drive shaytan away from what will result from this population tonight. Prophet Adam, when the story of Hawa became big, they open their palms on Allah. Oh Allah, that in Ataytana Soliha, that the women Allah, if you give us a good child, we shall be among those who responsible to you, Allah. All of us are saying here, don't wait till the day your wife puts to bed before you begin to pray for your child. For those of you who are not married, before you make a choice for that sister, do prayer. Don't go to Yemiwo. The Yemiwos will not be able to see the unseen. The Yemiwos cannot see the unseeable. The Yemiwos cannot see the unseeable. Leave your affairs, take your affairs to the owner, to the creator, the fashioner, the cherisher of the heavens and earth. Allah, I want to make a choice. Let my choice be the right choice. Remember, if the choice is the right choice, you and her will become like a candle and a match. You remember the candle? You remember the match? You light the candle with matches and there is light. But if the matches is wet or are wet, there's no way light will result from the candle. You are like the matches. She is like the candle. Pray for Allah. Let your choice be the right choice. Prophet Adam, eventually, as soon as Hawa, she became pregnant, they opened their palms to Allah and they pray unto Allah. Allah give us one of the best of children in this world. And Allah accepted the prayer. You remember, but that's not the destination we are going. Sometimes we are not sure and we can't be certain of what will result of that union. Sometimes it is not all parents that succeed in having children. In other words, to have a child, to become a parent, is not compulsory. The same way it's not compulsory for you to have come to the world. You remember what Allah says in the Quran? He created whoever he desires. He created whatever he desires. He gives whoever he wants male and male and male. But you have female and female, then he gives to some other people male and female. How is the way to the Quran and what he knows? He will give a man and a girl and a boy sometimes. Another time a girl and a boy another time. Brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers, sometimes you do it in the morning, it will be empty. Sometimes you do it at night, it will be empty. Sometimes you go to the medical with the medic. We have been doing these things. The doctor will say, take this, that use it, pregnancy should result. You take the drug, eventually nothing happens. That is Allah in action.
أو يزوجه ذكرانا وإناثا ويجعل من يشاء حكيما. But one of our fathers reminded us, it's not everybody who could be referred to as having faith when the person is seen to have no child. If you have a child and the child behaves as if he is no child, then it's as good as if one has no child. In order for that situation not to occur, we have to pray. But you remember, not all the prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have children. In the Quran, we are not told of the children of Prophet Musa alayhi salam. But we are told that Prophet Noah had a child. What is the name of the child? The name of the child is no name. But how do we know about the child? We know the child when the child decided to go left while the father was going right. The challenges of parenthood. Then I asked myself when I got to this course, was it the case that Prophet Noah did not pray to Allah before he was given that child? You remember the story? And that's what Prophet Noah, I'm going to destroy this world. Manufacture a ship. Let everybody enter the ship. It is those who enter the ship that will survive from the partition that is imminent. Then Allah begins to send the rain from heaven. Not only that, then water begins to burst out of the earth. فَالْتَقَى الْمَاءُ عَلَىٰ أَمْرٍ قَدْ قُدِرَ. Allah says, then the water coming from the heavens and the water coming from the earth, they met together. Then Prophet Noah asked everybody to come inside the ship. Then he called on his son, Ya Bunayya, Irkab Ma'ana, oh my son, join this ship. Then his child told him, Sahawi ila jabali ya'zimuni min al-ma. Don't worry, father, you can go your way. You can go your way. I'm going to run to that hill. That hill will save me from destruction. When I got to this spot yesterday, I remember some of us who are seated. We have those challenges. How many we have a family in the southwestern part of Nigeria? Where you don't have a Christian. The only Muslim in the family is a man. His wife attends church A. His first son attends church B. His second daughter attends church C. He's the only one fasting in the month of Ramadan. I met somebody like that at the program. The only daughter that he has decided to marry a Christian. And the man was telling us, I'm the first Muslim in town because I understand Islam better. I can give my child to a Christian. I always ask myself, I don't know of a verse in the Bible which tells Christians that when their father or their mother dies, they should recite these verses in the memory of that father, and the reward of that verse of those verses will meet the dead father in the grave. I don't remember of that, but I remember and you know that when my father died years ago, when Sheikh Adam died many years ago, up to today we pray to Allah for them, that may Allah continue to have mercy on their soul. And I and you will recite Surah Al-Ikhlas, Father al-Istihad wal-Basmala, Qul huwa Allahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad, wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad. We recite that and we say, Allah, let our reward be big for our father, for our dead father, in their grave. So if you are the only Muslim in your family, you are the only Muslim in your family, you are the only Muslim practicing Islam, your children have come somewhere else. Just like the son of Prophet Noah decided to go somewhere else. That's a very big challenge for you as a Muslim friend. So how do I go out of it? I was at the way a couple of weeks ago. Somebody raised the question. He's the only, he had a son who has decided to go somewhere else while he's somewhere else. And that what should he do? I said this is a very important question for you and I to ponder. And his son is not a small boy anymore. It is those who are small that you can change, that can refashion. Somebody who has reached the age of puberty, it's very hard for you to tell him or her that this is a path, the new path you should follow. Then I told the person, for Allah Ta'ala, I said maybe the first thing we have to do is for that man to seek forgiveness of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Maybe he has committed an error somewhere else along the line. That is why his son decided to go somewhere else. And indeed we are committing some of the errors. And that is very important for us to know. One of the errors we are committing, brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers, is that
Some of us always forget that it's not compulsory for us that we are alive before our children become somebody in life. Some of us feel that we must be there for our children every time before they succeed in life. I remember, you remember, that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his father's name is Abdullah, his mother's name is Amina. Abdullah lived for such a long time till he deposited his farm inside the walls of Amina. As soon as he deposited his farm, his assignment on earth came to a conclusion and it expired. Sometimes we are alive and we have to be alive. We continue to be living because our expression has not come. The mother of Prophet Muhammad was also there for him. So also a voice. As far as our own time came, he also expired. So that's there Prophet Muhammad with nobody to dance. He had no money to money. But nowadays, Muslim parents, we want to say we must be there for our daughters and our sons all the time. You come to university, he has been given admission. The father will be there for year 1. The father will also come year 2. The father will also be there year 3. When will our children know that it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who should be there all the time for them? Who must be told? We will tell them that it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who they should rely on, not us, because we will not be there permanently. Brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers, parents in Islam and other challenges. One of them is that we have 5 categories of parents amongst the who are seated here. Category number 1, some of us are authoritarians. We have some Muslim parents who are authoritarians. Authoritarian is saying that I'm a medical doctor, my father, my son must be a medical person. So that child must apply for jam, take jam form, and he must apply for medicine. Even though the child will tell the father, I don't have this good in this man, I don't like medicine, but the father will tell him it's medicine we must do. There is a brother who is a lawyer. He told his son he must also be a lawyer, and the boy was saying, I don't want to be a liar. Brothers and sisters, some Muslim parents are authoritarian. It is whatever they want, everybody in the house must do. When they come inside the house, everybody wants to run away. That is not Islam. But talk about those who are authoritative. Authoritative parents are better than those who are authoritarian. Authoritative parents who want to have a shura. What's your desire today? What you want to do in life? So it's better you do this. It's better you do not do this. And I want you to do that. So they will listen to their children. They will listen to their wives. What about the third category? The permissive parents. Permissive parents are those who allow the children to do whatever they want. Kids like playing. Kids like watching television. Kids like watching African Magic. Kids like watching Mr. Boom. There's another thing on TV now from India. You see, they will sit in front of TV and the father will just keep quiet. The mother will also keep quiet because according to them, allow the kids to behave, allow them to enjoy themselves. You come to universities, you see them as they are enjoying themselves because their parents are giving them the freedom to do and undo. Such children become problems in the future. What about the parents who are responsive and responsible? That is what I and you should be. In other words, we have minimum of 5 duties to our children. The first one is to establish a usra or an authority of Allah for them inside the house. If you are the father in the house, be the Luqman inside the house. Remember Nabiyullah Luqman. Prophet Luqman sat his children down one day and he told them, Ya Bunayya, Aqimis Salata. Oh my child, my children, you have to establish prayer, you have to give us zakat. You have to be a good child in the city, in the town, in the society. So every parent, every Muslim, every man in the home must be the Luqman in the home. We have to establish our authority in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not to be authoritarian. The second thing we have to do, after having made them to realize that it is Allah that we must worship, we have to build their intellectualism. We have to assist them develop their brain.
The work we live today appears to be done with some other people other than we Muslims. I was at the campus the other day and I was asking the boys and girls there, how many of you are on Facebook? All of them raised their hand that all of us are on Facebook. And I told them,